Take 6,000 engineers and scientists. Give them a clear brief. It does not matter how long it takes or how much it costs. Develop the finest luxury car in the world. Wait for 7 years and invest £700 million. Engineering excellence, striking styling and a near-perfect blend of performance and comfort make the BMW the one to beat. The ergonomic quality of the control and fascia layout is superb. The BMW is quite simply the outstanding car of today. An exquisitely tailored engine layout, the very model of mechanical haute couture. It is fairly apparent that the BMW is the best car here by conventional judgment. It is the fastest, best handling, probably the best made and the most thoughtfully equipped. It employs the most modern construction methods, is probably the most crashworthy and will be in production for the most years yet. If there ever was a saloon of which its driver could be justifiably proud in any company, it's the Munich factory's 5-litre V12. In its sports mode, the car is breathtaking. This is a remarkable car in many ways. Always totally safe and secure, the 730i remains utterly trustworthy. Even the dispassionate car buyer will surely be impressed by the high standard of the BMW's construction, by its well-planned cabin and high levels of refinement. Without doubt, it's a car you can admire right from the outset. The BMW's angled dashboard is a further plus point. We've said it many times before, but it's still a standard setter, attractive and ergonomic. On its own, it's probably enough to sell the car to someone new to the mark. High on prestige and style, the BMW is immaculately finished and refined, a car which is difficult to fault in any particular way. The BMW is a complete car, strong in all areas, handsome and desirable property in its own right. The winning of such accolades comes from a design approach that rethought motoring technology. Old concepts were forgotten and new principles sought. It was a long and costly way to create a car, but BMW believed it would set a foundation for the creation of a whole new generation of cars. Such a foundation made the investment well worthwhile. But claims of innovation are easy to make, often harder to justify. What do they mean in real terms? Perhaps the largest single problem to overcome was to resolve the physical conflict between comfort and performance. The brief stated that the 7 Series had to exceed all previous limitations in both performance and comfort. Yet the very laws of physics seem to argue against anything other than a compromise. Fine handling in a car comes from an accurate positioning of its wheels, and the movement that a car's suspension generates distorts this positioning. However, the movement of the suspension is vital to comfort. The BMW solution to this lay in looking at the larger picture of the car. Although movement is generated by suspension, that's not the only cause. The actual body of a car flexes a surprising amount, generating geometric errors and cornering. Eliminate the body flexing, and enough gain would be made to allow flexible, comfortable suspension while improving the geometric accuracy of the wheels in cornering. To achieve this rigidity meant employing new body design principles. The front and rear windows are structural parts of the car, not simply clear viewing panels. The side of the car is pressed as a single piece. The result? A rigid body shell that allows fine handling while the suspension provides a comfortable ride. As a further refinement, the designers produced a switchable suspension. This enables the driver to select the degree of emphasis between comfort and performance on any occasion. With BMW engines already heralded as the reference standard for smoothness and power, the designers might have been forgiven for simply sticking with the engines already available. But the engines for the 7 Series were designed especially for the purpose. The 6-cylinder, 3 and 3.5-litre units were based on previous BMW design principles, but used far more sophisticated engine management computers. These measure the engine load, engine speed, air temperature and pressure, engine temperature, road speed and inlet manifold pressure. They combine all this data to control the mixture and timing of the engine, adjusting the data for every single combustion in each cylinder. Through this technology, 7 Series engines can run on unleaded petrol without modification and without affecting power or consumption. They will also accept catalytic converters without a loss of power. The smoothness of the BMW engines comes from an obsession for fine tolerances that is without equal. The lathes that bore BMW's engines are set to such fine tolerances that they require a continual satellite link to a control computer at the manufacturer's headquarters. Individual components, such as pistons and conrods, are individually weighed and made up into matched sets. Every single engine is test run on performance dynamometers to check power, smoothness and quietness. And for those who find 6 cylinders and 210 horsepower insufficient, there is this. A V12 engine assembled by hand but controlled by computers, it generates a smooth and effortless 300 horsepower, powering the 750 to well over 150 miles an hour. The brief to create a car that is as satisfying to passengers as it is to drivers was taken with enthusiasm by the designers. Their concept of what luxury should mean is very much an individual approach to the subject, not based simply on acreage of wood and leather, but on interior design superbly suited to the needs of the driver and passenger. Individual computer-controlled heating and air conditioning systems enable the driver and passenger to enjoy separate climates within the same car. Computers that can remember not just how driver and passenger enjoy their seat adjusted, but which also adjust mirrors and seat belts to suit. Ergonomic perfection forms an important part of comfort as well, with a careful balance of relaxed seating with proper orthopedic support. For BMW, safety extends far beyond enabling the occupants of a car to survive an accident. The safest car is one which does not have the accident in the first place. Therefore, heavy emphasis is given to active safety, aspects that prevent accidents happening. This includes measures such as the fine interior ergonomics, which help a driver to control the car with a minimum of distraction, individual climate control, which enables a driver to stay fresh while the passengers rest, and such refinements as rear view mirrors that detect dazzle from cars behind and automatically dip the mirror to an anti-dazzle setting. It includes special super ellipsoidal headlamps which give better night vision, and advanced computer warning systems that monitor all the critical functions of the car and warn of any problem which might occur. Naturally, ABS is standard, and ASC, the revolutionary anti-wheel spin system, is available. This prevents a car spinning its wheels on difficult road surfaces, further improving safety. Should an accident occur, then the 7 Series is designed to minimize the danger. The rigid body shell gives enormous protection to occupants by exceeding the most stringent safety standards in the world. The front seat belts automatically adjust to suit the person wearing them, while the rear belts are designed to lock on the outside to prevent passengers being thrown together in an accident. The central locking system can detect an accident and will automatically unlock all the car doors after an accident has taken place to enable rescuers to gain quick access. And in a low-speed accident, up to 2.5 miles per hour, the 7 Series takes care of itself. Small impact-absorbing cassettes, which absorb the car's impact energy, are fitted to the front bumper of the car. These can be cheaply replaced and reduce the damage caused by impact in low-speed accidents. How can quality require innovative thinking by a designer? The principle behind the quality of the new 7 Series was that quality should be designed in, not applied as a final top coat. So quality control inspectors and production line workers were seconded to each design team to ensure that the results of their work would be easy to manufacture and assemble with high quality. This determination to ensure that the building process should be flawless led to the first 500 7 Series being built, then tested and torn apart again to see how quality measured up. These cars were driven over 4 million miles in conditions from the Arctic to Death Valley to further develop details of quality. Such tests not only enable BMW to learn much about the car's performance, but also a great deal about its quality. The BMW 7 Series that is sold today differs from the test prototypes in over 10,000 ways, simply because 4 million miles of testing threw up over 10,000 tiny opportunities to perfect an already fine car. The BMW 7 Series, a reaction to the most intensive effort ever made by BMW in creating a new car.